Instagram. Welcome to another episode of
YGC. YG Clever. No, my God.
Oh my God, you're fired.
I am fired.
Oh my God, YGC Collective, the podcast. Obviously, we are live in a different place. Go this way.
That's why our brains are a little crazy.
If you've been watching our behind the scenes, we are at Stages, which is our new venue for the second annual collective, and we're able to do our podcast from here. So today we're bringing on an amazing panelist from our wealth industry. But before we bring her on, if this is the first time you're watching, welcome. We are going live every single Wednesday with mini episodes on either a panelist, an industry expert, and then we're going to be doing a group podcast with all of our sponsors. But this is the time for you to take the time to meet the experts, meet the sponsors, get to know them, stalk them, because when you get to the collective on August 20th, they are going to be on stage and they're going to be literally giving you all the gems on their industry, what they're experts in. So our goal here at YGC is to give you who they are, what they do before you get here on August 20th.
And if you're going, what is Jeremy talking about? Because in August, which is only 7 weeks away, I'm so excited. We're having our second annual YGC Collective with our grant giveaway as well. That's why it all ties into this amazing part that we're going to talk about money. But in case you're like, wait, sponsor for who, for what? Just go back, look in our highlights, go to our Instagram, go to YouTube, and you'll see all the videos and you'll get caught up to speed of something that you do not want to miss. And you're about to find out why.
Yes. So our wealth topic, which is money, was the number one topic watched last year. And this year we're bringing 4 amazing panelists in different industries of money. And today we're going to bring on Kamela Scarbeck. She is with the Fitzpatrick Group. Kamela, welcome to the show. We're so excited for you to be here and for you to be serving our audience on August 20th. How are you?
Hello, ladies. I'm incredibly honored to be here and cannot wait. Yeah.
Well, why don't you obviously we already told your name, but tell everyone a little bit about you, what you do at the Fitzpatrick Group, and then we're going to just talk about money and how you're going to be able to help these women that are coming to join us.
Perfect. I love it. So I'm at the Fitzpatrick Group. I like to go by financial strategist. I feel as though that aligns the most with how I approach things and how it's entirely educational. I find that this is the time for women to really get educated and empowered when it comes to money and finances and what that all means. I used to get very halted at my age. And then the more I started doing this and getting into it, I was like, it doesn't matter your age, your story defines where you're at, and it's never too late and it's never too early. So yeah, just happy to be a part of this.
We're so excited. And I personally think that one of the reasons why people want to hear more, right? They're like, that was our number one. Oh my gosh, money, 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 money. But nobody talks about it. I shouldn't say nobody. It's difficult. We live in a culture that for whatever reason, we're just raised, it's not appropriate to talk about. So just in your personal experience, what do you feel like is the number one thing that really is an obstacle for women when it does come to money and the topic of money?
That's a good question. I love that, Yvette. I would say what I've noticed the most is a lot of people are focused on the past, right? Rather than forward thinking. And so when it comes to women specifically, I mean, this is a whole new era, right? I mean, it wasn't until like a few years ago that women could get a business loan, or like I just recently learned that date. I couldn't tell you which date it was, but I think that education is so empowering now. And it doesn't matter, I think that it's very important for people to understand that everything is connected. So our relationship with money is going to define a lot of the ways that we live our life and the narrative that we've been told. And it's generational, right? It's not new. That's going to define a lot of the ways that we, how we feel about money, basically. And I find that women specifically, this was a perfect time for me. And this is literally divine intervention as to how I landed in this industry in the first place. It's the education has given me enough to equip others with that empowerment. And it doesn't matter what stage of life you're in or what you're facing, there's always a solution. And that starts with education. And it starts with just keeping it real. And I feel like I just add such a good flair of refreshing energy to the financial industry. So yeah, I'm just,
Well,
you know,
hey,
we can laugh, we can cry, we can do whatever. It doesn't have to be serious, you know?
No, and I think it's important, education and options. And then I love that we have all different age groups on our panel. Last year, there was 2 speakers. This year we have 4. But I think that also speaks to all the women in the audience. Like you said, it's whatever season of life they're in. We've been kind of trained. It's like, well, you have to have money to be able to invest in money, or you have to be a certain age, or you have to be with your company for a certain amount of time. And so everybody brings a great topic and perspective, but then it also, for the women who are attending, someone's going to go, okay, you're talking to me. And so talk a little bit about maybe one shift or insight that's changed you, and how you show up in your business or leadership or just in your community in general.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh my gosh. And we have to keep this concise, you said.
It's okay. We want people to get to know you before they get there. So
yeah, no, absolutely. I think that the best way I can describe it is the inner work that I started doing on myself has now just been flourishing outwards. And I think that that's what really sets, and like you said, there's going to be 4 speakers, right? We've all been through things. We've all had, I think it's going to be beautiful to see how we piggyback off of each other and how much we offer and how different our approaches are going to be. I can't wait to see the synergy. I already know it's going to be there. It's going to be amazing. And I think for me personally, it was, you hit rock bottom, right? Like life starts lifing, and when it rains, it pours. And you're just like, wait a second, I thought that this couldn't get any worse. And then it does. So then what do? We have one thing to rely on, and that's inside. And so that's really what's pivoted my mind, body, and spirit in the last few years. It's life things happening and me just not letting it crush me down, but instead letting me really realize how remarkable we are as humans, and not, let alone women, right? Because let's set that straight. But I think that that has been showing up time and again in my business, in my personal life, just anywhere I look around. I'm like, wow, this inner work thing does work. Right? I was told for so long, just be patient. And then here we are. I'm like, okay.
Look at this. You got some comments in our live. So Micah is saying, time to hop on. Hi. And look at this. I love it. So we are live. People always go, are you really live? We are, because this you can oh, look, you're gonna love you, Eva.
Oh, love you too, Lisa.
See, it's already amazing.
It is. And I think, Yvette and I have always educated and taught about the trifecta, which is, how we live our life, was the relationship with self, time, and money. But then within the relationship with self, there's so many layers. Within the relationship of time, there's so many layers. And then I think, again, with money, it's something that we're not comfortable with talking about as women. We don't realize the tools and resources that are out there. It can be overwhelming because trust me, going down the rabbit hole of where to start, my age, you kind of put yourself in a situation where you're like, I can't do this by myself. So being able to have all of 4 of you be able to educate and talk, and then allow these women to learn about the different types of investing, where they can put what they can be putting their money in, how they can be saving money, and like you said earlier, the mindset behind it, because it's not just a checklist. Because I feel like we always feel like time, money is a checklist. It's really around where your story, where you are, and where you want to go. Because I think, we can't change what's already happened. It's like, where do you see yourself and where do you want to go?
Yeah. And it's never too late to start. I feel like I hear that all the time. Oh, I'm such and such age. It's too late for me. It's never too late, and it's never too early. Yeah. There's really just, it's, it's interesting that they have this fear about talking about it, but it really is one of the common denominators that we all have to eat. We all have to sleep. We all have to have water to survive. We all have to have shelter, and we all have to have some kind of commodity in order to survive, to get the following things.
Yeah. My firm's logo is death and taxes. You can't, those are the 2 things. Yeah. I approach it more with like math and education, but our firm literally says the Fitzpatrick Group, death and taxes, because those are the 2 unavoidables in life, right? Especially when it comes to your finances. And so being able to just hop in this amazing train where women in the last 20, 25, 30 years have just been like, we're leaders now, we are CEOs now. All this is so new. I just feel so honored to be in this industry at this day and age, because like you said, you're never too young. I have some clients, I'm like, wow, you're going to thank yourself in 10 years because I'm not even there yet. Right. Like, it's amazing. And then same thing, it's never too late. And it's just about aligning, like what you guys said, everyone has a relationship with money. Everyone has a story, but you are not alone.
Yes.
You are not alone.
Yes, so we want to welcome everybody to realize in that room of 222 women, none of us are going to be alone. We're all on equal footing, and we all need and want to hear everything that you've got to share. So we're very excited about having you.
I'm very excited.
What's one thing that you would like to leave in the podcast today for everyone watching and listening, and for all the women that are going to be watching the replay? What's one thing that you just want to leave with them?
Okay. One thing I want to leave with is, first of all, can't wait. Get your ticket if you don't have one yet. But no, I'm honored to be a part of this, because I'm here to learn and to grow just as much as every other panelist is. And what I've learned is that there's all this fear. And then once you actually just go for it, you realize you are not alone. Everybody's here to learn. Everybody's here to grow. So I cannot wait to do that. And I know that we're each going to bring such a different light on finances. It's going to be so amazing I really just can't wait. So it's really more of a can't wait to see you there. That's what I would leave you guys. I mean, the energy, I can already tell just by knowing some of the panelists that it's just going to be amazing. And just by watching everything that you guys have been posting, which, by the way, thank you so much for being so invested in this. It just shows how amazing. I mean, you guys, I was in the audience last year, and now I'm a panelist, and that just comes to show like what you guys are trying to do here. It is. Opportunities are left and right. Got to seize the moment and then become a part of something bigger. And that's how we grow. So I'm just excited to be a part of it. Yeah.
Thank you for saying
that.
Awesome.
I love that we do these live, because we don't tell them what to say. We don't tell our panelists.
Like, just one thing, more like, give me like 10 things to say. Come on.
No, I think it's great. And every year we learn and grow from events and the last productions that we do. And we really do what our clients and our community want. So every survey, every question that's answered helps us, curate and cultivate what's coming next. And this is going to be an intimate setting for panelists for wealth. It's just going to be literally a wealth of knowledge. But again, the most important thing that we both said is you're going to have options and education to be able to do something about it after you leave the collective and not feel like overwhelmed. And then who knows who you're sitting next to, because all 4 topics that we're going to talk about, everyone's Googling, asking, searching, talking about
social media. Just don't do it. It's all misinformation out there. It is chaotic. It is insane. They're buzzwords. Literally, we live in a world of AI where people can believe whatever they want you to believe. So it's important that you have panelists too, that it's not just one person. We want as many perspectives as possible. So I love what you guys are doing, really.
Cool.
Thank you.
We can't wait to have you, and we can't wait to have you serve these amazing women coming. Thank you for being on today. For everyone who's watching, you can follow Kamela on the links that we have on there, get to know her before. And if you cannot wait until August 20th, you can reach out to her, book a consultation.
Always.
And Kamela, we want to
say everything is, all the education is free. I'm here for you.
Thank you for being on today. We appreciate you.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I love this. I love this season, and I love this mini episode. So if you're just watching today for the first time, go back. Thank you to those who commented in the live. We now have 11 episodes, and every single week, we have 7 more weeks until the collective.
It's coming up close.
Every single week.
Coming up close, so get your tickets.
Yes, we have a panelist or an expert, and then tickets are still available. We only have 8 VIP tickets left. We're literally here today, and I tell you, we will not be selling any more VIP tickets. There's only 50 for the night of. It is for sponsors, speakers, experts, and then only 20 guests get to come to that. So if you want to be in the room with these women, that is the ticket you need to get. It also includes your general admission for $820. And for those of you who can just come day of, we were just talking about, like, this is literally even if you're working a 9-to-5 and in corporate, this is a day to fill in for you. It could be even promoting your business, because you can be meeting people that will benefit from your business.
There's definitely be some good networking.
Yes. So take the day off. It is also National Latina Day, so we need to celebrate midweek, and we will see you there. We'll be back next week with another episode, another panelist. Until then,
bye.
Bye.